Today's episode is brought to you by Speculative Fiction Collectibles, also known as Spec Fiction Collectibles. You can find them on Facebook or check out their website and see all their pre-orders and everything they have in stock. I'll include a link in the description below. Their customer service is amazing, and I've really enjoyed using this company for ordering my statues. Welcome back, fellow collectors. Today we're getting into this Lord of the Rings Saruman quarter-scale premium format figure. This thing is absolutely amazing, and I was able to get it at a really good price, so I had to grab it. I am doing a lot of the Lord of the Rings this year. I'm kind of going all in on all the bad guys for the Prime 1 line, but there are a couple of things that I feel like these older Sideshow pieces did a little better, so I went ahead and grabbed the ones that I liked. And I'm going to do a big Prime 1 Sideshow kind of display. Hopefully it works out really well, but this is him out of the box. Very, very tastefully done. I love it. I love the pose. The mixed media on this line is absolutely insane. They did such a good job with the thickness of the fabric and the scale and all the detail and patterns on it and everything like that. They just really crushed it. The bases don't take up a huge footprint, which I love. And it really looks like he's just kind of coming off of these marble steps from his tower. The light effect in the ball is really on point. I don't typically light my statues up, so it still looks really good not lit up, but I do like that it flickers and moves. So here's the base. It's pretty standard to the other ones, but slightly less rusty, like kind of the Nazgul on horse. There's the button for the light up effect right there on the back, but I do really like these designs kind of going around the base. It kind of replicates his robes and some of the other detail that we're going to see as we move up on this figure. Some nice subtle cracks in the flooring of the steps that he's stepping on. Again, it's just little details like that that kind of brought this to the next level. So here's a good look at the clothing. The mixed media on here is amazing. I'm typically not a huge fan of mixed media, but in this case, they nailed it. I mean, look at the detail on the trim. Look at the fabric on the sleeves and the big drape sleeves. They kind of have this like kind of this curtain looking material, but and yeah, that striping on his back and that kind of glossier liner, all of this is fantastic and very tastefully done. And here's the upper half. So the portrait is so on point. The likeness is out of control. I love the beard too. I think the beard is really well done, but the hair I kind of wish was a little more flowy, little less stuck together, a little less one piece, but it does kind of make it a little bit more firm, so that's cool. But yeah, I feel like the hair is maybe the only thing kind of lacking, but everything else just crushes it. And here's the plaque that goes on the front, very tastefully done. I love the font. I love the official Lord of the Rings logo with that nice clean border trim around it. And here's a close-up look of more of that detail from the side of the base. I do believe that's the same pattern that's on his robe. And here's that base. I just love how it reflects the light, and it really feels like a different texture than the rest of the hard parts on the base. It has a really nice marbly gloss. Absolutely love it. And here's the sculpt on the shoes. Very well done, very well painted. The laces are very clean. The dry brushing on the white leather looks great. One more shot of that base, because I really love the crack that happened. You know, it looks like it's seen some action, so I'm sure it's seen a wizard battle or two, so really, really like that little detail. Here is where his staff kind of plugs into the base, which is a great idea. It's not very deep at all, but that little security of having that locked in really just gives the statue a little bit more structure. And here's the typical button on the back that ignites the LED light inside of the eye. Very easy to get to, easy to turn on and off. I really like that a lot. Here's more of that detail of the clothing. Again, I love the rope kind of belt around him. It's really cool, and man, it's just so tastefully done. Look at all the different kinds of fabric that are making up this piece. I mean, it's just like so many different kinds of fabric, and the scale is perfect. The stitching doesn't look too big or too funky. It doesn't look like a doll. Here's the details of the rope that make up the belt around his waist. Very tastefully done, beautiful. They're soft, looks really great. And these button clasps on the front, these are just, in person, these are amazing. I don't know, the detail is so small and so well done. And again, it's all about the scale. They crushed it. Here you can see some kind of this linen material going on next to the glossiness of the pattern on the fabric of the outer robe. Just the way the light hits the different textures of the fabric, I think they just did such a good job on this. Pretty unsung piece, really. I was kind of sleeping on this one. I saw it and was blown away by the detail for the age of this piece. And here are the sleeves with the little stitching, just brilliant. Now the staff is plastic, I believe, but you'd never know. Blends right in with the statue and it looks absolutely amazing. Fits the hand great. And here's the portrait. Again, I really love the beard. It's got a nice strong structure. I don't feel like it's going to break. The hair could be a little bit more detailed, as I mentioned before, but you know, for an older piece, this thing's just absolutely amazing. One more shot of the portrait here. Yeah, just really cool, especially for the age. Fantastic piece. Here's a cool little shot of the out of focus eye, putting his face in focus, giving it, you know, semi-cinematic look there. And a reverse with the eye in focus, having Saruman out of focus. This is me just having a little bit of fun, taking some pictures of this thing. Look at the detail on the fingernails, really great. One more shot of the hair. I know I complained about it a couple times, but again, it kind of just, I mean, it does fit with the piece. I'm just used to seeing things so much more detailed now with modern statues. And here's the pose of the hand holding the staff. The fingernails are great. Everything on it. I like the pose too. It's kind of dynamic and looks kind of evil, even just in the hand pose. And here's a detailed shot of the staff. Looking awesome. The little marble in there is kind of like its own piece. It spins and moves around, which is really cool. And a close-up look of the eye. This is the eye not illuminated. Got a good paint. Everything on it looks really good. Again, I don't illuminate my stuff all the time, so I appreciate the paint job. And here is it fully illuminated. Yeah, it looks pretty fantastic both ways. Now, I'm going to show you a video of the light effect happening in real time. The video you saw before was fast and time-lapse, so it wasn't really accurate, but this is how it blinks, this is how it moves. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit a thumbs up for the like, make sure you're subscribed, and hit the notification bell so you can keep up with all the new stuff coming. Thanks for hanging out, this was a blast. Stay tuned for the next one, it'll be coming shortly.